Hello everybody and welcome to this, and what this is a movie commentary where we've got together a good portion of the cast. We've had the individual episodes where we've had individual members coming in and out over the course of the season, sitting down, watching individual episodes to do with their characters. But as we're rattling towards the end of season 2, heading into season 3, everybody knows obviously we've been using the Shadow Ranger powers, which are the powers that are introduced in this movie, but they're going to become a bit more prominent as we head into season 3 itself. So we thought it would be fun to just kind of have a get together with as many of the cast as could make it. And at the minute, we've got basically the cast of the movie, or the equivalent counterpart cast. Some of the other people will be joining us, coming in and out as the recording goes along. So going from the top, we've got Connor, who plays Billy.
Yo, glad to be here.
We've got Jimmy Ace, who plays Roggy.
Happy to be here.
We've got Joey, who plays Tommy.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah. And we have Will, who plays Adam.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, as I say, Kat and Natalie should be joining us as we go along. So pretty much once we have Kat, we'll have the majority of, as I say, the equivalent cast of this movie. So yeah, the reason we're doing this, as I say, is it's kind of an anomaly. We could do the season 3 opener, but obviously they're split up by episodes. But this is kind of the peak of the original Power Rangers fandom back in the day when it was the big popularity surge. And it'd be interesting to look at this and see this is the first appearance in American footage of the Kaku Ranger influence of the ninja modern animal powers. This was them this came out after season 2, before season 3, as a kind of introduction as to what season 3 would be. It was weird because season 3 then redid this with the same cast, which I don't think has ever really happened again. They took the movie as not canon and did it again. With the cast over with the whole ninja thing and all that, with his orders being destroyed at the start. Some people feel this movie was a bit of a letdown. I mean, it's not the best. I mean, the entire series isn't as good as we all remember it, but I wouldn't say it's in terms of storytelling, it's the peak of the show. I think it's got a lot of flaws, not least of which is there's not a lot of Rangers in it. It's probably got about the same amount of Rangers as the 2017 movie, except they show up earlier. And obviously it's quite cartoony, and they kind of sidebar the original villains and give the spotlight to this villain that only appears in this movie, Ivan Ooze. So it's this interesting anomaly, but it does have all of the original cast. I thought it'd be something that's fun to, as I say, preview what we're going to be adapting somewhat going towards into season 3. Now, some of these elements have turned up in season 2 because I did do the Great Power thing, and Dulcia, she turned up in the White Light storyline. So there are some elements. There is a very specific scene that will happen in this that I directly adapted when Dulcia turns up for this. Now, it'd be interesting. I'll ask everybody here, who has seen this movie, who hasn't seen this movie? Does anybody remember it?
Yeah, in my childhood, definitely.
But you've not seen it in recent years?
No, not bits and pieces. For sure.
I watch it like once a year, at least.
I've only seen it once for research on another Power Rangers project.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if I've seen this in full or not before yet. I feel like I might have, but
do they skate at that McDonald's? Somewhere they were like inline.
They do rollerblade, but I don't believe it's at McDonald's. I might have been some sort of tie-in.
It's not in the movie, but IRL, it's a McDonald's, believe it or not. It's a really fancy McDonald's
for the movie.
Well, they went to Sydney and shot all of it, which, if you watch the show, is interesting because they do actually go and film like the back half of season 2 in Australia because this movie overran. Originally, I think they were going to do it without the visors, and they had to reshoot everything because they decided that looked terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was. They had to. You have all these episodes. The Return of the Green Ranger, ironically enough, which was the episode that we just did a version of that just came out. What was filmed in Sydney, and you can pretty much tell. Oh, look, Angel Grove looks amazing like Australia. They actually go to Australia for like an episode, but then they just kind of stay there and pretend it's Angel Grove, which is this show in a nutshell, really, isn't it? That, by the way, the other version I heard talking was Shane, who plays Saba, and also Chad in the show, so he'll be popping in and out as we go along. Will, what about you? Have you seen this film before?
I've seen it maybe once or twice, but both times I was confused as to who the new people were.
You're
Right,
one of
okay,
them.
so you went from like season 1 to going to this, so you didn't see the transition.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole interesting story because, like, obviously the original 3 actors got fired when they were going to make this movie, and I think they brought in Johnny Young Bosch, Karen Ashley, and Stephen Cardenas. They literally hired them and said, "Right, we're going to go to Australia and film this movie." So they did like 2 weeks of principal photography on the show, and then were immediately flown out to Australia to film this movie. So this was
Oh.
like their first month of being Power Rangers that they filmed this movie, which is kind of crazy. I wouldn't call this a great movie. In fact, I think it won like worst movie of 1995 in some places. But you know, as I say, it is a lot of nostalgia, and it is a nice encapsulation of that time period, the post season 2 going into season 3. It's got basically you know, the majority of the cast we're using in our version at the minute, and the cast that we'll see who is in it going forward, going to season 3, as to whether this is the cast we go with for our version. But the original show is what it is. We've spoken about that before. My whole thing with our show is improving it. As with this, I took elements from it, which was, you know, the going to the alien planet, meeting Dulcia. I used that for the white light thing, just cherry picking the good elements and that kind of thing. Okay, so we're going to do a movie commentary. So for us live here, I'm going to stream it. But for those of you at home, you're going to have to bring up your own copy of it. I think it's on YouTube in some places, if you can find it. If not, I believe it's on certain sites for free or at a very low cost. I don't think it's on Netflix. I think it's on Star on Disney Plus, at last I checked as well.
Disney? That doesn't sound right.
No.
I sworn
no.
it was on HBO Max.
All right, so people at home, bring up your copy of the movie. We are going to press play in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm about to watch Star Wars.
See, I always
say-
thought that little thing in the front of the 20th Century Fox thing was like a little dipping sauce thing.
What?
Dipping sauce.
It looked like one from McDonald's. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Obviously, 20th Century Fox have just gone out of business, but yeah.
We are watching
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah, speaking of Star Wars, this is for the newcomers or the parents, I guess, so they can follow what's going on. God help them. Yeah, this is so people could come in without having to know the show. I'm sure there was a few.
Yeah, I'm
They
sure.
say the teenagers with attitude.
Oh no. I like the idea that they're setting up that there was ones in the past.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Again, sort of
And
like
a bit
the
of lore.
2017 movie.
Get ready, some very bad ADR.
Summit. It's met him. Funny.
Yeah, I've not used these characters much. They've been in our show, but I haven't used them a hell of a lot mainly because we're not really based in Angel Grove all the time. You know, they're not
Right.
all going to the same school. Plus, it doesn't always meet with the tone of what we're doing.
Yeah.
I remember Tommy beat Bulk's face to a pulp.
Yeah, that was Connor. He did it.
That was a good episode.
Yep.
Ooh, this is the Red Hot Chili Peppers version of this song. This is one of my favorite parts of this movie. It had this song in it.
I love how even their diving suits are like their colours. I mean, that's this show, but still. And he's got a snowboard.
I don't know for anybody else, but it looks like it's
Okay, it might be skipping a few frames. Let me know if it clears up at all. Is it bad?
It's okay.
It's not
a
too
little-
bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
It's fine.
Is
But
the
that-
audio?
Audio's
Is the
great.
audio okay? Okay.
Audio's
You
great.
can hear it.
Audio's great. Just visually, it's a little off sometimes.
Okay. That might just be the streaming lag. So, I'm guessing this isn't the actors, and imagine not.
I'm sure it's stuntmen.
This is 20th Century Fox. They can afford stunt people, unlike Saban.
Right.
That's definitely green screen. Oh my god.
There's me. Oh gosh.
Wow.
It's an interesting way to start the movie. Showing
Yeah.
they've got a budget at least, I guess.
Yeah.
I love how even when they're skydiving, Tommy gets the extra cool shit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
even
He has to.
skydiving, he gets a snowboard.
Hey,
Saves
that's
the
probably something he brought
observatory.
from home.
Yeah, it's definitely Sydney.
Man.
And here's the real main character of the movie.
Yeah, I remember this kid.
They always do that in these. For some reason, they think that we need like an insert character as kids. No, we just hate them. See Justin. And here's the introduction to the characters' names for, again, the parents. It's like the roll call.
Yeah.
Little do they know these guys are only so good because they're Power Rangers.
Yeah. These kids' lives, seriously. They're at school, they do charity skydives, and in their spare time they be superheroes. That is ridiculously busy.
Mm-hmm. They get straight A's. And
I call it
everything.
usually busy. And I'm a master's student. I call
Is he trying to do an American accent?
Yeah,
an
I think he's
Australian
Australian,
accent?
but he's
That-
trying to do an American accent.
Yeah.
They're filming in Australia, so like
Right. He was a local
I think
hire.
I think the kid's American.
Okay.
Which is weird, which means they flew in the kid, but not the parent. But unless they dubbed him, I suppose.
Yeah.
there's me as well.
Yeah, you should definitely not do that with their parachutes
Yeah.
not properly attached.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Now they're
Roller
rollerblading.
skating.
These kids.
Yeah, check these guys. These guys are active.
And
They got attitude.
They got
Coolest kids in
attitude.
town.
suck at rollerblading. Soundtrack though, huh?
Yeah. They're just like, let's get contemporary soundtrack. Make it cool.
Doesn't look anything.
I do miss
like
the rock. I think that's one thing about this movie that is missing is like the Ron Wasserman sort of power ballad
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah,
We've gone for
definitely.
more of kind of a pop music thing.
It's some good tunes. Oh man.
Yeah, we're just going to leave you on this construction site unattended without headgear.
That was Dave's one line.
Oh man.
I love how everything is in Angel Grove, even like the ancient being that they buried, still in Angel Grove.
Yeah.
Angel Grove looks nothing like the Angel Grove from the TV show.
Well, yeah, because they're filming it in Australia
Yeah.
instead of Los Angeles.
Oh man.
Or Japan for half of it. Isn't it?
Might as well call it Australia. Ha.
More like Australia.
Yeah. Yeah. Australia.
You know what you should definitely never do when you find an archaeological site? You know, just dig it up.
Immediately open the craziest looking thing there.
Oh man.
Should
We're gonna
definitely
have
call
Ivan
somebody.
News. We're gonna have an Ivan News in our show.
It's Master
Especially
Head.
since Ivan
And-
Ooze should get Indiana Jones to do it and then steal it from him.
Yeah, no, we are not doing Ivan Ooze, I promise you that.
He's not
Aw.
canon.
Yeah, you know, you should definitely not touch it either. What?
These guys are idiots.
Oh, there we go.
I
There's
love
a bit
how
of
the-
rock.
I love how that's the first thing he asks when he's just laid out. It's like, you okay?
Even the communicator beep's different.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it's like the same tune, but slightly.
That place they were just at is a McDonald's in Australia.
Well, they did say, let's get something to eat, right?
The toys came from for that too was a McDonald's thing. So in the commercial for it, they actually show them buy a McDonald's that they show as a McDonald's.
Oh,
Hmm.
well, there you go.
I do like how everything looks in this movie compared to. I don't think Alpha looks good. I don't like the whole thing on top of his head. I don't think. But everything else looks pretty good compared to the show.
Plasma ball.
I will say that I'm a pretty big fan of Bill Hader as Alpha 5. I really did like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a neat little casting anyway.
Yeah, it's cool. It's the same actors. I think this is a different Zordon, though. Even different
Yeah.
than, like, the second one in the show. I think this is one that's just...
Yeah, it was a different guy.
I think at this point, Alpha is Richard Horvitz, isn't he? The guy who plays
Yeah. Invader Zim.
Billy Invader Zim. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, that's so him.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, the look of Alpha I'm not as fan of as much. I like the command center, though, and the teleporting looks pretty cool, even though it definitely looks like, you know, painting or streaks. Yeah, we've dug up this ancient site. We touched it. And we put some police tape around it and just put 2 security guards asleep next to it. Didn't call the government or any sort of archaeological dig people.
Because nothing bad has happened in
Soon as
Angel
the guy
Grove.
sits down.
So I just checked. The voice is the same, but it's on different face. You are right about that.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
not
David
Richard.
Fielding.
David Fielding, yeah.
See, when I think of Lord Zed, this is the Zed I think of. I think he looks cooler in this movie. The metal's like proper shiny.
Hmm.
His brain is like pulsing.
Yeah.
The voice is pretty cool as well. They made it kind of a bit more rumbly and deeper, but
Yeah.
it's still the same guy.
Right.
Rita's a different actress. It's not Carla, whatever her name is, that was
Oh,
the
it's
body
not.
actress.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
But it's the same voice actress, right?
Yeah, it's Barbara
Yeah.
Goodson.
Yeah.
And then of course we have what's the pig's name? I can't. It's something weird. Like they decided to make like Babu and Squat into like one character just for this movie that's never shown up since before. Was Mordant? There we go. Thank you, Dominic. Or PJ, sorry. Reg character's name.
Yeah.
I love how it's split perfectly in the middle.
CGI.
Oh, you wait. You haven't seen CGI until you see the source later on. Again, he's pretty
Me after
charismatic.
Smith and
He's
Haunt.
pretty. He's pretty charismatic. He's pretty cool, but Lord Zed's cooler. I didn't like that they sidelined them and made him the main guy.
Right. read somewhere that he drank like a bunch of some kind of juice to keep like his teeth and tongue like a really dark color. I can't remember what kind of juice it was. Some kind of fruit juice.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Current, probably. Oh, he's Palpatine.
Coming back to Star
Unlimited
Wars.
power.
Unlimited power.
Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy.
I think this is the first time that they referred to him as Zordon as Eltar as well, which is a cooler name. I like that. It adds a bit more like alien mystique to it.
Wrong franchise, Carl.
It's weird that they kind of pick and choose from this movie. This movie is almost like a proof of concept for season 3, where they just took some elements but changed some. Like the Tengas are called Tengu, I think, in this, and then they're called Tenga in the show. It's just weird things like that.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Smells like gym locker.
That's one of his superpowers, apparently.
I know humans stink when I smell it. These kids been skating.
No, he's definitely Australian.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they always go with locals for like those smaller roles that are in like one
Yeah, but they
scene.
usually do like a George Lucas thing and like dub them, but in this Power Rangers, the kids won't matter.
So
What
a
was
lot
the
of
point-
Australians.
Okay,
moved
what was
to
the point of him
Angel Grove.
disguising himself if he was just going to reveal himself?
They could have just had him dub the guy. Oh, pop off, Jimmy.
I don't do an impression of Steve Cardenas for a reason.
Like I said, this was his first month on the job. By the time he got to like Zio, he was better, but he was never a great actor, but he was better. So, in the canon of the show, or I guess this, like, does he just, like, if people age out, if they get to, like, 20, it's like, no, you can't be a Ranger anymore.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's. I think.
Well-
Yeah, I mean, going forward, if remember in Turbo, that's exactly what happened.
Are we counting current Ranger iterations as canon? Because Tommy's got a Master Morphin now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
like,
Dino Thunder.
just the fact he said that he's always used teenagers, even, like, 10,000 years ago or whatever.
yeah, true.
It's like Zordon, I only take kids.
We have to remember that Zordon, though. It's Zordon. I don't think is the only one, as seen, is the only one to use Power Rangers. To see him in the future.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause,
Yeah. Once
Damn
Zordon
it, Tommy.
passed, we still had a Ranger.
You know what this song is?
I think probably only ever really heard in this movie, right?
It's like instead of Ron Wasserman's Combat, which I love that song, it's like probably just made for the movie.
Sure, it's probably some band that nobody's ever heard of. But...
Yep.
Speaking of which, I think Kat is here.
Hey.
Message. Catherine, who plays.
I love this.
Plays
fight
Kimberly.
at the door.
I'm not sure if she's on voice yet. This is also around the time, I think, when Jovid Yost stopped wearing the glasses. I think he just was like, "Oh, I didn't wear them in Australia. Let's just never wear them again."
Right.
Yeah.
So I think he didn't like them very much.
An interview where he said like the fake glasses were actually hurting his real life eyesight.
Wow, okay.
Oh,
It
that's
just caused a weird glare
shame.
on camera. Like it was kind of a fight to keep the studio lights out of the reflection.
Hey guys, I'm here. I came in time for this one.
Hey,
Yeah, just in time.
Woo! God, now that's there it is.
You're Mort's first, but it's completely wrong order.
Yeah. It's weird to see out of order. I like the sequence. It's taking way too long. I like it when it's more like they're in a different like dimension doing it.
Yeah.
It
there's
looked
no
a bit
label on the
awk-
morpher.
It just looks a bit awkward when they're just standing like
I
perfectly
still miss
still.
Oh, yeah.
seeing the original people in there. Jason, Trini, and Zach for this.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
The morphers didn't have any labels on them. It didn't say like Power Rangers or anything on it.
No. Oh my god, I love that. I love that they took so long with the
You
bag.
guys took too long moving. You guys took too long. They went away. It's like, now we're bored. Let's go get a taco from somewhere.
Oh,
Let's
they're
go
gonna
get
be
a taco. Get some
They're
McDonald's.
going to be flipping like that for 5 minutes. Let's just leave them.
I heard those suits were like so heavy and hot to wear.
Yeah, they're like biker stuff.
They wore him to like the premiere, didn't they?
This sword on is weird. He looks like Casper.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Sword
here we
on,
come.
friendly ghost.
The 90s had a weird thing about gunk and ooze.
Ugh.
It was on like every
Slimer
minute.
gone evil.
Yeah. Yeah, that speaking is Catherine who
think-
plays
I think-
Kimberly, by the way, folks.
Yep.
She's it. She literally
think
turned up as
Zordon
Kimberly was
just-
morphing. That was go on, sorry, go on.
I think Zordon just pooped his tube.
Oh, Alpha.
As we'll find out, he's literally in the tube in this version, which is one of the reasons why this movie is not considered canon. Not least of which, as we've said before, they literally redid this entire storyline in September for the movie.
Yep.
I remember seeing in the movie theaters, like, there were not that many people at all.
Yeah. I'm sure it did well with the kids. We all went, but
Not really. I was 11 years old, and I wasn't crazy about the movie.
I think this is both the peak and also the start of the downfall for the original fad.
That could have been why.
Yeah.
Was feedback
Interesting.
from that
I
time.
think when the original actors started leaving, that's when, things
Yeah.
started going.
everything went dead. Everything went dead after they left.
I mean, it was still popular at the end of season 2, but I think, I think it peaked this movie, and then once Kimberly started leaving and all that kind of stuff, that's when people started dipping out, I think.
I thought the first half of the second season was great. It's just the second half it wasn't because it was out of nowhere.
Well, because they was filming this movie, so they had to film half of it in Australia. The actors weren't available. They just started doing the formula of like, oh, there's a monster, and we fight it, and then it goes big, and then we fight it as the Megazord. There was no stories going on. It was just the same episode over and over again.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't the case as much as you think it was before that. Before that, they did a bit more unique storytelling when they had the actors more available.
And also, because the original ones got fired, the three of them.
Yeah.
That was why it was out of the blue.
Speaking of
As
OG,
I say in our, go on. I'm sorry.
I wish Nick were
It's
here.
terrifying.
Yeah, he's at work in a minute, but I've said if he's free later on.
What's
Oh,
going on?
cool.
What's going on? What's going on?
The swooshes in this are something else. Oh my god, they're literally just that's a different
Oh,
helmet
that's
with
cool.
2 torches in it.
Yeah, the eyes are much bigger, aren't they?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
it
Yep.
compromised a little bit.
I love
for
how they
functionality.
didn't use the weapons from the show. They just invented all these weird random powers that they don't have. Or even in a minute
interesting.
they start using weapons that they never had in the show either.
Actually, makes sense since she's a saber-toothed tiger. They can see things in the dark.
Yeah, like if it was the actual eyes, that would look pretty cool. And then Rocky is apparently
yeah.
What?
RoboCop now.
What in the world?
No, it's Terminator, man.
I don't like Kimberly's helmet either in this one. The weird angular thing going on.
Oh
It is
yeah,
a
it's
bit
so
odd.
disappointing, but I still like Kimberly. But yeah, who doesn't like pink for girls?
Cartoon sound effects just to desensitize the violent It's all right, parents. We promise it's a cartoon.
Just
And they
a
never actually
styrofoam wall
fight
you
any
jump
real
through.
people. It's all, creatures and...
Yeah.
There's no sparks, huh?
Oh, no.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
just cartoon sound effects.
I'll
They're
take
definitely
it.
like putties, but just slimer.
Oh,
I do generally like these suits, though, because they do look more like armor. I mean, they're definitely like the Batman rubber type thing. But I
Yeah.
like them better than the spandex in general. Maybe not the overall
Mm.
look, but I like the thing with the gold coins and that.
The idea of them is pretty cool.
I like them better than the new movies ones. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
At least they have like the animal motif going on.
Ooh. Too graphic
Yeah, and
for
of course,
kids to
Power Rangers
see.
can't talk without doing the whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Just to let you know they're talking.
I like to imagine that there's like speakers on the suit that just emanate the swooshes.
Like
funny.
action figures. Yeah, it's interesting is obviously where we're at in our show at the minute. These guys are we're getting towards these guys being the actual team.
Yeah.
But I think we've done it a lot more naturally, obviously, because we've had Jason Zacatrini stick around. Oh my god, that was cartoony.
Yeah,
Very
in the original show, it's like,
cartoon,
bam,
kinda
you guys are now. the team."
It'd be a very different show if his head just exploded there.
When did I get a grappling hook?
Yeah, like I said, he's got a bunch of things that they don't have in the show. Apparently, it's a Batman grappling hook.
Wow.
Only gore we got is just slime. That's about it.
Yeah, who needs a bow? You got a whip instead.
Bye bye.
Ooh, right in the throat.
I like how she's like, gotta love it.
Tommy playing the part of Liu Kang.
Wow. Wow. You gonna write this in, Carl?
Yeah.
You gonna let me
If
know?
he does, I have something I'll write it into.
I notice when a lot of people
Tommy
get kicked and
Butterbean
punched,
could
there's
do it.
like,
Tommy Bunny kicks for putties.
5 minutes. The backflips kill me. The best was when they were going into the bit with the Morphin, but they're just doing backflips. Where they could have just ran and it would have been far more efficient. Got a flip.
Right.
I also love that they've got nothing in the... Oh my god, speaking of flipping.
yeah,
What the hell?
that's a wire gag.
Saba gets
Oh
a
my
cameo.
Saba.
Here I am. Ready to ruin your day.
And of course, because it's a kid's show, he can never actually cut anything with that sword. He just uses the laser eyes.
Hey, if
Hey,
it works, it works.
in our
man.
But you
show,
can push people.
Cut
You're
through.
fine.
cut through a
Oh,
lot.
in our show, you cut through Power Rangers in our show, yeah.
You cut through security guards, you name it.
Power's going away.
Yeah, in this version, as in the show, they go with the idea that the powers are connected to the command center, which don't really make sense when you think about it, because I'm pretty sure the power coins are the power, and in the Green with Evil saga, the command center was offline, but they still use their powers. But they've decided that that's the case now. So even the outside of the command center looks a little different.
Yeah.
Just
Real place in California. I think it's a observatory or something.
Yeah, it's like a Jewish history monument, I think, or something like that.
Something like that.
I
It's
think
pretty interesting.
I think it might be a temple or something. I'm not
Yeah.
Like a Hindu temple or something. Jewish temple, something.
Nope, he's got no arms or legs.
he's a sack.
Does this remind me of a scene from a Superman movie with all these crystals and stuff?
Oh yeah. He's
Yeah,
like,
it does. It does. It really does.
It's just an idea that he's in it. He's inside of it, but as I say, in the show, he's like in a time warp, and in our version, he's in a computer. I think it makes more sense that way. But
Computerized or this?
yeah, I think this is the only version where it's the idea that he's actually in the tube. But
How could he live so long?
well, yeah, no, in the show, he's literally like in a It's almost like a television that's connected to him in like another
Yeah.
dimension or something.
Yeah.
Where are your actual parents?
Her
Good question.
dad
Oh, I
is kind of gone. But
Interesting. Oh god.
Still not as violent as when I had Tommy destroy the Command Center in our version.
yeah,
Didn't behead Alpha.
Get a lot of DMs from people saying, "You guys realize your version is like the best version of Power Rangers ever."
Oh, well, that's very nice.
Actually, I want to
Yeah, I've
shout
been
out.
hearing that a lot.
Want to shout out a fan that I was talking to last night. His name is Calvin. Just want to say thanks for watching, man.
Yeah, thanks.
hey,
That's what I try to
Shout
do.
out.
I try and evoke the nostalgia of this, but make it make sense.
Yes,
Yeah,
shout out to
definitely.
Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin's a good guy. His favorite character is Tommy. So
Hey,
Tommy's
speaking
always
of
the
Tommy,
best.
speaking of Tommy, I'm just waiting for him to just like clench his teeth and just grab somebody by the throat, just out of
Right.
nowhere.
when's it coming?
It's not, but
Right.
I just,
No, afraid not.
Oh my
it would
gosh.
be, it's like I'm expecting it because of how he's written right now.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Yeah.
yes. Oh god.
Okay, so we lost power, so they should just all be dead now because the teleport didn't stop working. No, okay.
Zordon gets to nap.
Oop, there they go.
Moon base.
You know what surprised me? But they just didn't use Barbara Goodson outright instead of having like.
Apparently, they tried it. I was watching an interview with her where they literally had her dress up in the suit at one point right before they brought in Carla, and then they decided that it didn't really work. They wanted to keep her looking Asian to match the Japanese footage.
Actually, kind of like this.
Yeah, it's better than the original. It's better than the show's one, that's for sure. More of a budget.
Yeah.
Except he's still got the fan in the back for some reason.
Yeah. Got to keep that fan.
Because it gets hot in there. It gets hot in there.
Yeah, this is the point where they kind of punk out Zed and the visual villains. I don't mind the idea of him taking over, but the idea that he just literally is loads more powerful than them because he's the new bad guy. That's a trend that would unfortunately continue going forward. Every time there's a new bad guy.
Angel Grove, but it doesn't really snow in Angel Grove.
Dingle dorks.
Goldar even
I
looks
use the
weird.
term
He hasn't got
dingle
like
dork all the
his.
time.
He hasn't got
Yeah,
like
he
his
looks
like-
pigtails.
Looks kind of like a
He
cat.
Getting
Yeah.
Bebop
he
and
looks kind of
Rocksteady
like
vibes.
Goldar mixed with that Goldar Maximus from Beast Morphers, and
Yeah.
then like
Yeah.
cut in half after being drawn by a toddler.
Yeah, like his face is smaller. And I think the lack of
So
head tails just
off.
makes that.
Wish they had gone with like chrome gold armor. That would have been cooler. Like Lord Zed's in this.
Yeah.
Cooler than,
It's like a
flat gold.
simplified version of the Sentai suit.
Yeah. Or CGI, yeah.
So he can make those warriors that he had in the opening scene, but apparently he can also make these, which are going to be the henchmen in season 3 under a different name. And these are actually sentient beings who like talk and things. So, wow.
Did I
Oh,
did I
great.
miss it on here already, or like I feel like I have that Mandela effect thing where I feel like I remember hearing Ooze say, "Get hello to my kids" or "Say hello to my kids."
Yeah, he did. That was the
Okay.
the human looking ones with the spaghetti heads.
Yeah.
And yeah, these birds can just fly across space to another planet with no
Wow.
wind.
You know, as you can do when you're a crazy ooze bird that
Hyperspace birds.
Yeah. Green screen.
Looks way better than it does in the show. Oh my god, when the Tengas fly in the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Oh boy.
So yeah, this is kind of what I adapted in White Light, where they went to Phaedos to find a power, but I, made it the White Light power rather than. And there's a scene that's coming up in a minute that I literally adapted almost word for word, except it's Jason instead of Tommy.
It's interesting if anyone watches the Sentai, like how much it looks similar with the rocks and like the waves crashing. I can't remember which series it was, but there's definitely like a beachy type of thing somewhere in Japan they've used on the Sentai that reminds me of that.
Oh yeah, they seem to always go to like this sort of overcast beach when they morph a lot of the time. Yeah.
What's this? A dragon?
Some sort of alien. Dulcia
So,
apparently didn't even let them get past the beach.
Maybe
Uh-oh.
they're blocking Dulcia's son.
Oh, that was a transition.
Ooh.
I got massive Inspector Gadget buys veterans. The
Morden has
1999 movie, not the 1983 cartoon.
Morden has like a crop top.
Oh.
Still don't
I'm
get
just
why
now
they put a
noticing-
pig in the movie, but then add the other the other two characters.
Yeah, they got
in
rid of
there.
like all the rest of the the Bandora cast.
Yeah,
to replace them
why?
with-
Why?
replace them with that
Why?
one. I guess because the original suits, I suppose it's the cost of one suit compared to 3 suits, right?
Mm.
I like it, Carl. The Bandora cast. It's Rita's new podcast.
Welcome to Bandora Cast with your host, Rita Bandora, and your co-host, Babu.
Let me tell you about that son of a bitch, Tommy.
It's podcast in 10,000 years. Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh. Get to work doing what? You've just had the machines do it themselves. Okay.
I need toilets to scrub. That's a word, I guess. I don't know.
It was obviously somewhere in Australia.
You okay?
And everything happening now in Kimberly and Tommy. Jeez.
It's the closest thing to a character scene you'll get in this movie.
I know.
Tomberly. Or Tomberly. Tomberly.
And then they show up.
I remember in the episode when he gets his Dear John letter from Kimberly, and he just sadly looks
Oh,
at a lake and throws a
God.
rock.
Yeah, that was so they could set up with the romance with Catherine.
Yeah, that was weird. Makes you think he has a thing for Pink Rangers or something. Well, it does. Went from Kimberly
Yeah.
to Catherine.
It's leading-
It's
Oh,
like,
wow.
look, you've replaced her. You may as well just replace her as my girlfriend as well. It's not quite as bad as Tonya when Tonya shows up and she literally like takes over Aisha's life and just pretends that she
The,
always
the
was.
little girl from Africa that doesn't like no accent, just
Yeah.
she's just magically an adult and assimilated now.
It's
Yeah.
leading man
Yeah.
syndrome.
But Aisha ran a pet shop once, which means she can cure the African disease or whatever the hell was going on.
Is she good with animal?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, she's dead. If they drop her now, she's absolutely dead.
Too bad, Adam.
Man, I definitely
Too
heard of
bad.
one of them, Johnny and Bosch's future anime boy voice in that line.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, her legs would have broken there.
Not Mariska Hargitay.
That's right. There was another actress, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently.
Surprised that outfit seems kind of revealing for a kids movie.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, this was for the dads that brought their kids to the show, right?
Oh
boy.
God, no, no, no.
Yeah, this is the scene that I pretty much put straight into White Light Part 2. And what happens here with Tommy in a second is what happened with Jason in our version. Just, I thought it was a cool introduction to a character, and I thought she was a underutilized character. Unfortunately, in our version, I killed her, but you know.
Oh, spoilers!
Oh yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
We
it
will
was
fail.
the-
It's who gets knocked off his feet.
It was the actress from Law and Order, Mariska Hargitay, who was supposed to play Dulcia, but it was she was something happened. I don't know, but now it's her.
Fired. Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this actress. I haven't seen her in anything else, but she's got a good, like, as we saw at the start when she did like the narration, she's got a good narrating voice. She does well with exposition.
Ivan Ooze is my father.
Feel free to cut from them gingerly going over rocks anytime. Okay.
Still can't get Superman out of my head.
Yeah, how did he function as like a being before he was in
think
there
that
if
was
he
the
had no arms and
idea.
legs? He's just like a
think
potato
they
sack
got
with a
that.
head.
Hey, maybe
that's-
it's just it's like a preservation stack.
I
Mm,
bet they sold that as a toy. The ooze. They probably.
Oh,
did.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, the merchandise for this movie didn't do very well, which is why they introduced like the metallic suits in season 3 because they had the shiny action figures.
I wasn't alive, but my older brother Jeremy really was into this like movie, and I swear he must have had one of these because I think my parents said that when I was watching. So
Oh, there was a
he had
lot.
one
There
of those
was
things.
definitely loads of off. It was just a thing you could just get as like an off-brand thing. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, the slime. That.
Some rules.
No,
And yeah, from that, by the way, he takes over the entire city. So
yep.
somehow every kid in the city wants that slime.
Release them from your powers, slime wizard.
Oh, okay.
I
Nope, they're
like imagine one kid was like, "Oh, I don't want it."
we're definitely in Australia here. Either that or we're in the Lion King. Oh.
Looks like
This
looks like
is
all of
giving
California
me
to me.
Princess Bride vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously.
oh yeah, it kind of does.
You gotta wait till he climbs the cliff to fight him.
It looks like Italy.
It looks like
Soundstage.
something, all right. I mean, he did just get Alpha to just put a program that was like select 5 teenagers attitude, and these aren't even the ones that he selected. But you know,
Right.
they're just
Yeah.
3 kids that happen to turn up that join the other 3. But who knows in this version? This isn't in canon. Maybe these were the originals. Maybe Jason Zacatrini didn't exist in this continuity.
Good point.
Maybe
Maybe they
this
die.
doesn't look like a house. Looks like a beach cottage.
So yeah, from what we're going to see in a minute, apparently every single parent in the city did this.
Why would you just?
That's
touch it?
extremely good coincidence for avenues. Every parent decided to do that.
Yeah.
True.
All at the same time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One guy with the sunglasses looks like he really just doesn't care. He's just there to get like $20.
Only affect
I hear
adults.
avenues is hiring. Sounds good to me.
Everyone's like,
I don't like this
"Oh,
show.
shit."
It's just straight up from like Batman.
Guess Zordon gets basic cable, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to have TV by his bed, man.
Yeah, imagine if there was a episode where Zordon gets slapped with a TV license bill for 10,000 years.
He's like, I
can
have
see,
no
like-
way of paying this.
Like a bonus episode, like where the cable guy comes in.
Zordon,
Power
Alpha,
Rangers
we're gonna
versus
have
the cable guy.
to. Alpha, we're gonna have to franchise.
Oh, man.
We're gonna have
I
to get
just-
sponsors.
Yeah.
The Rangers
Just-
wear like sticker placements on their outfit.
the Zords have like the Zords have advertisement logos all over them. That would be amazing.
Castrol
No,
and or
Yeah, like a
I'm the
NASCAR.
Black Pennzoil
No,
Ranger.
knowing
Oh
No,
my god!
I'm
Imagine
the
if the
blue
powers.
Sega Ranger.
Yeah, like the powers were based off like IPs. So it was like Pepsi
Oh
Power.
my! Oh my
I was
gosh!
just about to say
Oh
Pepsi
my
Blast.
Pepsi Man.
Oh my god! Move over, Billy. A new blue hero's coming.
Sword is like a giant Coke can.
Oh man.
Oh,
just
God.
realizes. Actually, I just realizes what they all have in common on their regular outfits. They all have white outfits,
Yeah,
except with a mixture color. Except for Tommy,
yeah.
was
The,
all
the,
white.
the white diamonds is like the.
What's everybody think of these suits?
I like them. I like them a lot better
I
than
have
the.
thoughts. I have thoughts.
I like them a lot better than the season 3 versions where they look like the KKK.
Oh
Mhm.
man.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, they did kind of use something like that, didn't they?
As far as like, I would totally cosplay this, but as far as being a ranger and getting this suit, I'd be like, man, this is kind of a downgrade. I missed the helmet.
Yeah, but it's not like it's
Yeah.
like an in-between version, isn't it? It's like a they do then morph into their regular suits.
Mhm.
At least
One of the
Yeah.
best lines
Yeah, this
is
is
when
true.
Adam's like, "I'm a frog?" Whatever he says when he's like
Yeah.
disappointed about
Well, to be
being a
fair, she
frog.
goes along and says, "You're this, you're that, you're amazing," and then she gets to Adam and it's like,
Oh, this
yeah,
one. I like this one.
Frog.
Bitch,
Guess
I
better
was
hop to it.
I was a mastodon.
Wow, well,
I'm a frog.
oof.
No, I do like these suits in general, but I mean, like the in the show for some reason, I guess so they could have the stunt actors. They decided to like in this they've got kind of like the Mortal Kombat thing going on, whereas in the show they decided to have like just eye holes. So yeah, especially for Tommy, they do eventually end up looking like the KKK, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is why they just don't reuse the costumes from a movie.
Well, they do. No, they do. They do absolutely reuse these costumes. They just added like a hood to it.
It just has bigger budget.
Oh.
That's why.
Yeah, I'm sure it costs significantly less to make these costumes.
Yeah.
Especially that
Yeah.
one, too.
Compared to the TV show,
And she's an owl,
Yeah, just,
apparently.
Oh,
Snow Owl?
it's Hedwig.
You
Bye.
die in the
All right,
last
now I have to
movie,
deliver a letter
Hedwig.
to some wizards now.
All right, Paul.
there's no way these kids didn't open up the slime themselves.
Apparently,
Well-
the slime doesn't work on them because they were touching it, and it only works on the
Yeah.
adults.
We pave
Like-
the way, don't we?
like no powers for the kids, but it's for the
Don't try
powers
ice
for the
gag.
adults.
Man. Just start a podcast where we all just watch a movie and make a commentary on it each week.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All these people got fired because they didn't turn up to work.
Yeah.
True.
Jim said he can't come in today. He's too busy digging up a robot. I think Tango is actually like the creature from Japanese myth, and then some reason the
I
show
think
was just
so,
like,
yeah.
nah, let's call it something different. Tenga. There we go. It's close enough. We can still use the suits.
Yeah.
I don't like him as much as the putties, even though the putties became like interpretive dancers towards the end. Look, in Power Rangers, you send your henchmen, they give up, and they come home. That's what happens.
Yep.
Oh, and now they die.
Yeah, that was straight up murder. Like they were not some weird creatures. They were talking. They were sentient things, and he just murdered them.
Angsting.
Yeah, they've just been standing there all night, apparently.
That rock looks like a penis.
Oh
That's what
God!
Tommy's thinking. He's like, guys, check this out.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Time
It's
for what,
time.
Tommy?
Time
It's,
to take some pictures.
It's walking time.
It's walking time. Get ready,
Ah,
guys. Let's exercise.
Like time, you mean it's day? Is that what you mean? The sun's come up. That's what it's time.
Oh man, Tommy's an asshole. He's been making them walk all night.
Yeah, these kids haven't eaten in like 2 days or slept.
Yeah. Guess who? Because Tommy.
No, because Zordon, he's dying. They've got to save him.
Well, I mean, true. Because Tommy's the leader. He's got a responsibility.
His hoodie says Newport Beach. At first, I thought it said Newport Cigarettes.
But
It's totally not a Nike sponsorship or an Air Jordan commercial or anything.
Well, I mean, they've got the logo, so they must have had some sort of deal. I mean, these things are not very far down. For saying the city's been built on top of these things, you'd think somebody would have found these by now.
It
Yeah, it's
literally
kind of a
looks
miracle
like
they
they can just pull that thing out. Just
Like
take
I can
it
see
out.
we're quite a bit down from the original dig site, but like, yeah, they definitely would have found that when they were building like the underground railroads or the
Sewage
water
and
system.
stuff.
Yeah. I know. Sorry, I keep applying logic to this the show in this movie.
yeah,
I should never do that.
Well, I mean, you gotta assume like that they run with basic plumbing.
Do we?
Yeah. Like I don't know, maybe they got some sort of different type of water system underneath.
Ah!
Kind of what? Kind of.
Wait. I think that might have been okay. Doesn't Fox produce
No, Universal.
oh man.
It's okay. It's a parrot. They're not ripping them off. To be fair, that movie and this show came out at the same time, and they were both dinosaurs. So
to figure
Oh,
out if this is
yeah.
a giant puppet or if this is CGI.
Oh, that's puppet, definitely. I think it goes between stop
Yeah,
motion
it
and
is. You
puppet.
can definitely tell that it's definitely a puppet because if it's CGI, it would look very too computerized back then.
You know what my
Right,
biggest problem with this movie is, above everything else? The women do nothing for themselves. They literally just stand, they just scream as they get attacked until the boys come and save them.
I don't. Look, Kimberly
Kimberly
screams
spends
the
this
most.
entire movie screaming for Tommy to come and save her. I mean, what was I just saying?
That's right, Tommy.
That was
Poke
cool.
it right in its non-existent eye.
That's right.
Old JDF, he's like a
Oh, yeah.
8-degree black belt.
I
and
was
everything.
gonna let go until you said that, Adam.
Oh man. Said I got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah.
It's strange. Did that dinosaur just burp or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the
He's
head
gonna
would just
burp.
fall off. But... So why was that one above all of them animated? Was that connected to the power? No? Okay.
This looks so nasty.
Weird,
This is
spooky
the
place.
reality of labor work.
Yep. This is just modern day.
That's why they all look so dead, just like in reality.
Oh, yeah, this is the most real part of the movie.
It's a commentary on capitalism.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Social commentary.
We've turned political. Oh man.
All personalities. You made them like this.
They will now spend the better part of, I guess, 6 hours doing that walk. 'Cause
Yeah.
by the time they get there, it'll be dark.
Now
Also,
that is
CGI.
CGI. This is
Yeah.
definitely CGI. Right
you don't
here.
say. You don't say. They definitely. Half of this script is just quoting other better movies.
Make my creature big.
These don't look too bad because they're metallic.
So
The
Radiant's
Megazord
editor
later
just
on is
totally
really
pushed
bad.
aside.
I remember back in the time, people always said how TV shows on CGI effects sucks a lot
Oh yeah,
compared to the movies back in the time. And after many generations,
1995.
everything
Flash.
got better.
Yeah,
CW
95.
Flash.
We were not ready.
No, TV shows for special effects were not ready.
never
It
has
costs
a big
millions and
budget.
millions of dollars to make good CGI in this time.
They still
Yeah.
cut corners on TV.
Yeah, TV's
I
way
still-
cheaper.
Yeah.
Like,
I still think that the suited Japanese guys looks way better than the CGI we get there later.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Okay, I'm getting some from season 2 vibes here from the early time
Yep.
from our show.
Yeah, I pretty much adapted all this kind of stuff a little bit.
Except they were in regular clothes, I remember.
Well, yeah, because they're not. These powers are the powers I gave to the Shadow Rangers.
Space.
The
Final
the
Frontier.
Ninjetti coins.
That is a nice set.
Yeah, that's the best part of the movie is, it's nice to see a set that's not Ernie's Juice Bar or the park.
Yeah.
No.
How pissed must some of the people in the
Or
cast and crew
downtown
that didn't get to
Tokyo.
go to Australia must have been.
You guys are missing one crucial part, one crucial setting. The field of said park.
Yeah.
It was at least 50% park in the show.
Oh,
Whenever
yeah,
they're walking anywhere, it's always a park. What would have happened if he
Leave
hadn't
mine
Don't touch
too.
my nipple.
yeah.
So many problems in this movie could be avoided if people just didn't touch stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly,
He was just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
shut up, Kimberly. And then he just ate it.
Hey, they're kind of like those monsters from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. So the Morphin is just putting their hoods up.
Yeah.
Oh man, those suits must have been so much more breathable to work in.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, no, I do like the Mortal Kombat kind of look. I mean, it doesn't hide their identity anywhere near as well, but it looks a lot better than what they did in the show.
Yeah.
Although the idea of a pink ninja is like, that's completely defeating the point, but... Yeah, we'll get to it, but these 4 things are literally all that's protecting this great power that apparently everybody's died from. But these kids, without their powers, managed to just beat these 4 things and then get the power. That's all you needed to do. So what was so hard? I guess the idea is because they got these ninja powers from Dulcia.
Yeah.
Favorite part's always been the action. Anything from Japan, which anything
It's not in
Japanese
this movie.
Yeah,
Well,
nothing
that
from
was
Japan.
stupid.
Did it to himself.
Yeah, he like
Dingus.
he was about to like swing into him and then just decided to jump down and clothesline him and roll himself off the cliff. Oh, so is that acid water or are they just... Is
Jeez.
it like the
It's super effective against rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a world! What a world!
How many more flips we're gonna get by the end of the movie?
Oh, that's all they do is flip.
50.
I
50.
just love that wire gag.
There we go.
God.
Someone could probably make some kind of a game out of that every time someone
Drinking
does a flip.
game or something.
Oh gosh.
Torch of the Jungle over here.
They'd be dead.
Yeah.
They'd be dead by the end of the movie if it made us a drinking game.
I'm sure there's one on Google somewhere. Has to be.
Oh,
This
probably.
movie.
Or if you drank every time there was like a swooshing sound effect.
Yeah,
Jesus.
then they'd definitely be dead.
Well, speaking of which,
Can we talk about that pun Kimberly just made?
let's rock and roll.
Rock and roll, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Is it really popular
Oh.
this time to throw a lot of like puns into your film?
When you're a lazy script writer, yeah.
Yep.
I point you to the 1997 movie Batman and Robin.
Oh man.
We don't have any puns in our audio drama yet, do we?
Oh god, not like
Oh
that.
gosh.
Oh.
The lighting made him look like the Pink Ranger.
I just want someone in the comment section to be like, "Hey, your show's great, but you guys need more puns."
No.
What? And it exploded because
He exploded into nothing.
it was so cool that he turned him into rock. That's what happened.
Hell yeah. Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Drinking game would be every time they do a flip and every time they make a pun.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about this great power that is just so happens to be the exact same animals they were just granted that were like their ancient spirit animals. Yep, it's the exact same ones, and it also recharges their powers. So apparently this great power is compatible with the original Ranger powers. What a coincidence.
Apparently.
This great power sucks. We want more Saba.
Yeah.
More Saba judging them for their personal lives, outing them as liking each other.
A movie called Saba, a
The
solo
third
story.
grade.
Yeah.
Here,
Saba, a Power
here it comes.
Ranger side story.
Like God.
And it comes with Zords as well, so I guess the great power is just another set of Ranger powers.
All the Zords in this are CGI,
It's
huh?
just, it's new toys.
Guys, look at them. They're happy.
You have to go buy it
Money
right
on
after the
toys.
movie.
Everybody's happy. Go buy toys. Go to McDonald's.
But because it's the looks that you're accustomed to, kids, we're not going to change the suits. Even though it makes no sense that they still have their animals and their dinosaurs on their helmets.
You do the 2017
Yeah.
movie next time.
Oh no, they have a medallion now. That's
No, they had
that's
those before.
different.
They just had them for their old animals. Yeah, I guess they just wanted to keep the iconic looks, but I've seen a lot of really cool fan art of the idea of them. The helmets could have at least changed to be their new animals, but
I think that's why they didn't switch over to the Die Ranger suits. They just didn't want to, like, they made $1 billion on the toys. They didn't want to, like, switch it up and killing the franchise or something, maybe.
yeah, but like in a year's time they'll get over that because they'll do Zeo.
This is
Yeah.
fixing to suck, guys. Here comes the big CGI fight.
You know what? Compared to some of the fights in the show, the Zord fight when they do the individuals,
I
the
would
individual
prefer
Zords
this.
is not bad. The actual they actually get to use the individual Zords. They all do stuff and get to like fight. That's all pretty cool. The CGI is not amazing, but it looks pretty cool. It's when they become the Megazord and go to space that it starts getting a bit janky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked in this when it was like the ape Zord was an ape, and then you see the show, and it's just like a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of based them off the Kaku Ranger Zords. They definitely look like them, but like for some reason they made the Zord look worse when they actually formed it, the Megazord.
It's time to come out of my sack.
Someone bring me a diet slice and some pita chips.
Yeah.
Oh, Goldar's bored out of his mind.
Goldar.
Yeah, they're back.
Rainbow.
After it's Pride Month. Yeah, so the individual Zord fight here is pretty cool, but in the CGI is bad, but
Hey, the lighting's good.
Yeah.
Like the light, I think it's lit. Okay, not in this shot. But...
like in the show
Lighting is lit.
they generally just call the Zords to form the Megazord, where in this they actually get to use them individually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rare you got to see individual Zords doing their own thing.
I love how they know how to do their choreographed stuff, even though they've just got these powers.
Yeah.
Sort of how you
Here
went
they
into the show.
come.
It's sort of like an automatic
Yeah, it's
Not
like
even
symbiote, or no, I don't know.
it's
I mean,
not
I
even
suppose that's
necessary.
the
They just like
idea.
doing it.
They don't explain it, but that's, I guess, where they... Yeah, the CGI does look really bad. It's about 2 polygons. But,
The hand movements aren't even necessary. They just like doing it.
whoa, okay,
Yeah.
speaking of junky CGI, whoa.
Up and away.
Whoa!
it's got to be a product of the time, but there's probably better YouTube CGI things just on YouTube of like.
Oh,
fan edits or
absolutely, yeah,
something.
Yeah.
In '95, this looked good, I guess.
See how
Actually,
technology
when my age,
changes.
at 95, at age 11, I didn't think so.
Even then, you were like, no, I prefer the show's versions.
Yes, the other version, also the CGI. I think I was starting to grow. Starting to stop liking the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
With Star Wars, where you can actually see something physical, like a model or something, it ages up
Huh.
better over time.
The sign actually does say Ernest, so I suppose this is supposed to be the use bar.
What is this song? Why does this sound familiar?
This was a popular song at the time.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
There's a lot of popular songs. Like they had Van Halen, like the Sammy Hagar edition, at the end.
Oh, the voice of reason, guys.
The real main character.
Badass.
Did
What's
Jimmy
his
Neutron
name?
steal this plot?
I also love the Bulk and Skull are blatantly like full-grown adults party with these 10-year-olds.
No.
Yes.
I wouldn't
All the
say
kids just
full-grown
magically listen?
adults. They're
Well,
adults.
they're not
but-
supposed to be, but they blatantly are.
They're full-grown, but
You sure about that? Jason Narvey's clearly a 57-year-old man there.
like I said, full-grown, not an adult.
I love that when Jason Narvey was doing season 3 for Power Rangers, he was also voicing the motorcycle on Masked Rider.
Really?
Yeah.
I just met him not too long ago.
He and Johnny on Bosch just put out a new short film on YouTube. I'm gonna be watching sometime soon.
Oh, that's
I'll have
cool.
to check that out.
Not every single attack move has to be accompanied with a pun. Oh.
Good thing Adam's not Southern. It would be something like, "You done been licked."
No.
Okay, that one looks pretty bad. The wolf looks really
Ooh.
bad.
It doesn't. It doesn't look too much worse than like the Jungle Fury Zords did sometimes.
Well,
Not.
Guys, it's the Beast Morphers crossover we've been waiting for.
Oh,
that is
no.
what it looks like, to be fair.
Yeah.
He looks like the blue Voltron lion, and when they had the CGI Voltron series.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think I've seen that really. Right. Oh my gosh, I'm getting Frieza Saga flashbacks. Yeehaw, run him, cowboy. Ugh. That dub was crap.
Oh, a bug's got a pizza tucked into his jacket.
I know how to
Don't say
drive this
pizza
train.
later.
I hate. Okay, I don't hate. I am finding it funny that this kid is just the voice of reason and the hero and all this.
Yeah.
There was like
He's-
this
People actually listen to him.
There
He's
was
the
like
Mary
this,
Sue of the movie.
there was this
Well-
weird push to get children to be heroes for this certain point of time. It was weird.
Yeah, it's like the insert thing. Like, they've got to be somebody that the kids can identify with. It's like, no, we just want to be the older, cooler kids.
Yeah,
And-
that's
'cause
true.
Then you have Justin, the Blue Ranger.
Yeah, that was not long after this.
I still love
gonna
that Justin and the kid that played young Rocky had a MMA fight and it ended in one
Right.
round. Like,
Oh god.
he knocked him
Well,
cold.
Aisha's suggestion there was, use your engines. Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Suppose we'll be doing a commentary on Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, sometime.
Oh,
God,
that'd be
if
fun.
we ever get that far.
Oh man,
That one is canon, weirdly enough. Didn't come out in the cinemas, though.
I like the 2017 film. The first and
Things to like.
Power Rangers anything I saw actually.
Oh,
No.
why didn't we lead
Hey,
with that, guys?
Carl, I I get how this can, like, the CGI could be cheesy, but like it's really conceptualizing. It's like, oh, so this, I get that the like graphics kind of suck, but it's like, oh, you sort of have a visual representation as to what this. Hey, this is what it would look like.
Yeah,
love
it's
how-
way
It is
more articulated than the show ever was. I'll give them that.
very
Yeah,
bare
previews.
bones,
Yeah.
but it's basically the cinematic angles they're going for that I like. I like seeing the Falcons.
What the
like,
heck
kinda
was
swoop in
that?
like that.
What in the world? Oh my gosh,
Ew.
that's gonna be in everybody's nightmares.
Man, he's called Ivan
love
Ooze for
how-
a reason.
I love how it was like, oh, his two weapons that will end the world easily, and then like I don't know, a frog and a falcon just obliterated him.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
Oh my! This is
Look,
a
it's
straight up
Thanos.
Eiffel 65 music video.
Yeah. The Death never threw it.
Ooh.
Oh, do we? Is that what we need?
Let me just turn into a hand right quick.
I also don't know it. I like the music in this one.
yeah, I mean, the cover of the original theme is cool.
I like the the TV show, yes, but also like this kind of mixture in the movie.
It's a cover, then this isn't Ron Wasserman.
No. No, I don't like the vocals as much. I like the rest of it, but the vocals aren't great. It's like a choir.
Oh.
Yeah.
It looks like the sci-fi original movie Atlantic Rim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
so
those
bad.
mockbusters. Yeah.
Like it's the
God.
basic makeup of the Ninja Megazord from the show, but it just looks way, way worse. And the CGI is the face especially is ugh.
Like a big budget movie. This looks like a low budget CGI of today's world.
Yeah.
When you
Like
ask
we
for
see
Coke,
in
but all they
sci-fi.
have is Pepsi.
The
I'll say this. At least you can see
Yeah.
the individual animals, unlike the
Yeah.
2017 one.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like the Mastodon had what, like 6 legs in the 2017 movie or
Yeah.
something?
It was like
What?
6 legs, and then the Triceratops had like 8 or some weird.
That was my first impression of Power Rangers, so from there it was different.
And now you're here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
I was the one kid at my high school that knew all the words to the theme song.
Yeah.
People are
Right,
like, "There's other
it's-
words besides Go Go Power Rangers."
Well, yeah, because the TV version never really went into the verse other than like the second season.
I just got a Falcon Zord actually. Got a good deal.
Oh,
on it.
Oh,
really?
that's cool.
Cool.
On an eBay
I
auction for
tried
99
brewing one
cents.
once.
Got a Red Dragon,
Nice.
a Falcon Zord, and a Yellow Thunder Zord, and 1 or 2 other things. 99 cents.
Wow.
Whoa.
eBay.
Ah,
It's
nice.
weird because like the Legacy line is selling the Ninja Megazord and it says like Power Rangers the movie on it, but it's not this one.
Really?
It's the one from the show.
That bizarre.
Like obviously the one in this is based off the one in the show, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
not.
Right.
The face is way better in the TV show version. It's got like the Optimus Prime visor thing rather than the lips.
Yeah.
Looks like it's time for a gang fight. Warriors, come out and play.
It's so funny. Bulk and Skull are with the kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they're supposed to be kids, right? I guess. But where
Yeah,
are
but
the?
they're teenagers, and why is
Yeah, like, where are
teenagers
the
hanging
other-
with the kids?
Yeah, where are the other
Air
teenagers?
tapes around the teenagers.
I mean, some of those kids there are teenagers, but they're like actual teenagers compared to the show's teenagers, which are like 25.
I would say they look more like middle school, mostly. I would say they look like middle school.
Brilliant.
I don't like the proportions of some of those helmets. To me,
No,
like the
Kimberly.
Yeah.
mouthpiece
I
just
like the rest.
sticks out too much. And
Yeah, it's
It's
Kimberly.
for the movie. It's big budget. That's what they're trying to do. They just
Big
thought
budget
the
doesn't
TV
mean they
show
have to
looked
put
cheap.
points on it.
I know.
Right?
Like, that's just them and their crazy ideas.
yeah,
Yeah, those kids are not keeping those.
Random wheelbarrow.
Nope.
Big hero.
It's all thanks to Tommy for teaching him. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're rooting for them. Enemies, and now they're not enemies anymore.
Any of my enemy and all that.
But then they'll be enemies again.
Yeah.
Yep. So, like, a few days later.
Yep.
I mean, here's an alternative plan. Just, throw him into the sun.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Imagine seeing
Did he
that on
say
the
they
big
have you
screen. That would
what?
be terrifying.
I just wonder how they could have looked at that Ida News thing. Just been like, yeah, this is finished.
Looks like a
In 95,
previs.
I guess it did.
Yeah, I
guess so.
know.
It's like a modern day previs, like before it's done, just a little like
Yeah.
storyboard animated.
Up.
Oh snap!
Ugh, even the explosion. Ugh.
Got it.
George Lucas is rolling in his grave and he's not dead.
No.
They're back. They're back to normal.
Gonna come out with a special
No, it took
edition of
some
this where
water.
they go through and we do the
Oh
VFX.
hey, we're all happy.
Not
We're
the
not
water. It was
confused.
'cause
Remember,
food
kids,
is
take a bath or
gone.
you'll go crazy.
They're about to help.
You guys, you wonder if they just played this theme to the cast there, just to be like, all right, just react to this music.
They were all
It's
like,
like-
oh, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. It's like in reality, everybody's like, what? Why am I here? I left
boy's
the
dad
stove on.
Okay,
that
now we're
kid's
going to
dad
find
was-
out that. Yeah, this
They've
is how
got
we're
this
going to
great
find out.
father-son
that the,
relationship.
A dryer hose in the background. It looks like it.
But at the
Yeah,
beginning, it's like, Dad, you didn't jump out of a plane right. You're embarrassing me. Ah.
I think the one kid's dad had an Australian accent and he had like a clear American accent.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
The kid is adopted, obviously.
It's Kat's younger brother.
Duh.
Well, he
Nice.
better watch out. He gonna get snatched up.
Adam tried to look sad.
It's just amazing. Now he's a famous dub actor right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, he's done better than any of the rest of them, apart from him.
A
who's
lot
obviously-
of anime megas he's been doing or dubbing. He's done a
Yeah.
lot of them.
I'm friends with a couple anime voice actors, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh, cool.
Belle Risape and Ryan Levy.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I'm from. Yeah, he follows me too.
Yeah, I'm good friends with Belle, especially.
Yeah, this is where we find out that the great power doesn't just involve restoring their original powers; it also has the power of rewinding the film.
Oh, nice.
This is such a kids' movie thing. If we just wish hard enough,
Yeah.
it will make everything better. Just wish that he's not dead. That's the message, kids. Wish
Our
that you
suits
guys
will
didn't
do-
die.
These giant robots.
Oh,
Our
it's
suits will
literally
do the work.
rewinding.
Yeah, they're literally rewinding the footage. Like,
Hell yeah, guys, look at us. We're Power Rangers.
Let's do one of those dubs.
Yep.
Oh man.
It accidentally wandered down into the command center, standing in the corner. I have no idea what's going on.
This sounds like the theme from the Polar Express for
Oh,
some reason.
Jimmy,
It
I was
does, it
about to
does.
say.
I like to think they just recycled it.
You know, you could have gotten me out of a tube. That would have been a good option.
You could have wished for me to have a body again. But, you know,
Yeah, like
I'll,
arms and
I'll say,
legs.
I'll say it here, I guess.
That boom, nuclear bomb drops on the base.
Sort of like what they did in the
Farming
20th
interference.
Century
Into some
movie when they saved Billy, brought him back to life, but it was Zordon.
Zordon's like a goldfish, right? Like the tube broke, they could have just put him in a bowl of water or something while they fixed it.
Song's
Yeah,
familiar,
that's
too.
a good point. It literally just need another tube. Hey, I sport that look all the time. Except my hair's not
Okay.
that straight.
Definitely heard this song in another movie. Oh, God.
You mean
I think
like
you've heard it in a lot of
every-
movies.
Every other
Bruce Almighty, that's what it
90s
was.
movie.
Every other movie in the 90s and some in the 2000s.
I know so.
Is
Anything's
Van Halen?
possible.
I would have made a better Justin.
Who was naming their
Yeah.
kid Fred in the 80s and 90s?
Probably
Well,
the
Scooby-Doo.
producer was just like, hey,
Dude, I know
name
a
him
10-year-old
Fred.
named Roy.
It's got suspenders on.
Oh, yeah, it's always like this music in the end. This one.
Got suspenders on.
Yeah, look at Adam. He's got suspenders on.
Why? Was that like a thing back then?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I love how it's
It's
even
also
in,
In
very
I
that
love how
Van
it's even in,
Hagar.
it's even in the font.
They had
Oh, good school.
they had enough time to make that.
Yeah,
Or
and
they
it's
just
even
had it ready.
it's even in the show's font, which is hilarious.
This would never happen in our universe.
What? People being happy? Probably not.
No, people being well, that
People being
just
happy.
people
Yeah.
people's just saying, thank you, Power Rangers.
Carl
They'll
looks at a
all be
ranger
happy,
having a moment
but-
of joy and says, F that.
Yeah.
Tommy's just
Carl,
like,
Carl just
oh, fuck
Carl
off,
just looks at
this.
it. Yeah, Carl when writing is like, happiness? What's that?
Oh man, yeah. Everybody just be like, "Hey, you the Power Rangers?" No, what's that? No, not us.
The
She dressed
And, oh,
all in
yeah,
the
what is
exact
that on your
colours.
wrist? What is that?
Yeah, and you also went missing for like 2 days, and you were in the exact same colours, and you got the same voices. Shut up.
We like to cosplay, guys. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we love cosplaying. Like the other day I was this weird cat superhero.
That's
Noir?
Catherine's job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
What's my job? It's my job.
No, the character Catherine.
Oh, the
literally
character.
is
See,
a
I'm getting mixed
cat.
up because my name is also
My
Catherine.
job.
Oh,
my
speak
God.
of the devil.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi, Natalie.
hey, pops right.
Yeah. We watched that episode in the in her on her bonus episode. Yeah, that was a weird introduction. Where I'm still not sure whether she was a cat that became a human or she was a human that became a cat.
Yeah.
True.
The world will never know.
Yeah, because we never see like her Australian parents. So I guess she just like, oh, I guess I live in America now.
Yep.
But nevertheless, as we wrap things up here, anybody got any thoughts they want to share on the movie before we wrap it up?
Yeah, that ending song was nice. That was a nice ending. It was like, oh yeah, we made the movie for this part.
Song.
Wraps it up nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
how much you
Oh,
wanna-
but you cut off the one where it shows Goldar and the pig, and then.
Oh my god,
Rita.
there's like a Marvel after credit scene. Of course there is.
Yes, so you
Oh,
missed
is there
that
really?
part.
Didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
there's
liked
like
that one.
there's like an after credit scene where Goldar's like,
Yes,
I'm in
there
charge,
is. So
and
I'm
then
like,
Lord
wait,
Zed
you
walks
cut that
back in.
part.
Yeah, that's because it it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But
but it was
Yeah.
funny. It was funny.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
uh-oh.
yeah, it's fun. But
Closing thought on the film
I-
was I like the 2017 movie better.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, the new one. Yeah, I kind of agree because that's when when I saw it. I pretty much agree. I just like. I guess I'm the only one here who enjoyed it that much
No,
compared to the first
Oh,
movie
I
to
did
this
enjoy
movie.
it. I
People give
enjoyed
me
it
crap for
very.
liking it. I'm like, what? It's got better acting, graphics.
And
What's not to like about
I
it?
also appreciate, the depth of the
Yeah.
storylines and,
Yeah.
diversity, like sort of going the route of making Billy, on the spectrum and
Yeah,
having
I liked it that. I liked it that part.
It was a
Eh,
great
wa-
first movie that could have led to much
Yeah.
better movies,
Yeah,
but
and
because
then
it
it
didn't
Yeah.
do very well,
introduction.
it's not going to
Yeah.
happen, you know.
yeah,
just
And I
wish-
heard a
I
rumor
wish he
that's
had
saying
more
if there
martial
was a
arts, though.
sequel, they're gonna have Tommy be a girl.
that
Yeah, I
was
heard
Oh yeah.
always just a rumor, though.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
but yeah, that's what I heard. That's the plan at first. I go, no. I prefer it's a guy. I like that way better.
I guess we'll have to watch that one sometime.
Yeah. Let's just do it so I guess because they said they put Trini as I guess bi or gay in the movie. I guess
Mhm.
that's what I
They never
remembered.
actually say it. They
Yeah.
never actually say it in the movie.
They
It's not-
briefly touch on it and hint at it very thoroughly, but they don't
Yeah, because
say.
they don't want to.
Right.
They don't want
Whoa.
to annoy the conservatives and drive away off. Which I have no problems with because I'm doing it as an internet show. So.
And I like the
Um,
shows like how troubled they were having in detention in the 2017 compared to
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
we're so great in
Yeah,
the
my only
original.
problem with that,
Right.
movie was that they didn't get to the Rangers until way too late. They,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the whole reason behind
Yeah.
the morphing was just so they didn't have to spend any money.
Yeah.
I wish there was more martial arts personally because I'm a martial
Yeah.
artist, but
Mhm.
I agree.
And
I
I just
love
don't think
I-
the suits look as cool. I don't think the Zords look as cool.
I just like that the characters actually had character and they were like
Yeah, that's
real
what I
fun
agree.
kids rather than just like, oh man, I gotta get straight A's.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
well, yeah, that was them trying to be like, oh, the parents kicking back against this show because it's violent, so let's make all the kids the most
Yeah.
vanilla, generic, like, we're helping the environment,
They're gonna make an R-rated
Friendship, you destroyed
Captain
it.
Planet
Buildings.
movie.
They what?
Because they gotta make a R-rated Captain Planet movie.
Oh
Well,
no.
the original plan for a live action Captain Planet movie was being developed and then scrapped was that instead of the rings, they were going to summon Captain Planet by performing like a weird seance, like that looked like some kind of weird demonic ritual.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that would be
what?
cool.
And then they were like, "Yeah, let's not do that." And then they were like, "Well, let's just scrap the project anyway."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I've saw on the Mickey Tape one where it was what was his name? Don Cheadle.
I was about to bring him up. Captain Planet, mother. They're up trees now.
Yeah. You turn into a tree, and you turn into a tree, and you turn into a tree. You're all trees.
That sick little. He had that
What?
little giggle.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
god.
nevertheless, before we leave here, does anybody want to talk about anything else related to the movie as it goes into the show, where we are in the show at this point, before we wrap things up?
I
When is
think
this-
that opens up a brand new can of worms there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is getting put up after the season, right?
Yes, mostly yes.
Okay, so-
or at least towards the end of it. Yeah.
So the
Okay.
people that actually tuned in to listen to this live are gonna get a bit of a spoiler for stuff that people have already been guessed at. But coinciding with season 3 is the Masked Rider show that's gonna premiere.
Oh,
So that's
cool.
pretty awesome with a whole bunch of us
Yeah.
involved.
It's cool.
Yeah,
nice.
Shane said he wanted to do it, and I was like, "Hey, I've got a bunch of characters that I'm probably not going to be using after season 2 because at the minute in our show there's like 15 or 16 Power Rangers. So there's going to be a bunch of characters that are not going to be around. So if you want to do something with them, go nuts."
Oh yeah, there's gonna be all kinds of cameos and crossovers. It's gonna be a great time. And Carl is still, for the most part, in charge of like approving what's involved with it. It's all very much in the Carlverse and ties in with season 3.
AZ5556 asked me, is there a specific reason I use the Shogun Megazord instead of the Ninja Megazord? Yeah, That was because I wanted to, because there was only 5 of them, and there's only 5 Shogun Zords. And also in the Sentai, that was the first Zords. So that was my idea. The Ninja Megazords I'm leaving for what we may or may not see in season 3, which is why I chose to do this movie before we head into season 3. Again, as I say, I can't say too much because the scripts are written, but I haven't released them yet or anything like that. I'm not sure what people will know by the time I release this, so you may see the Ninja Megazord. All right. So with that said, I'll go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you everybody for listening to this and watching the movie with us. I know there's chaos with this many people, but yeah, we'll wrap things up, and we'll be back with you when we do a sort of a season 2 wrap up in a couple of months, as we hurtle towards the end of that. And catch you next time, folks.
See y'all around. 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 See